jasmine, oolong, green, and white. Long ago, these 4 teas were skillfully brewed at the Blissful Brew. Then, everything changed when the shop's popularity threatened its existence. All Mr. Okuran, the shop's owner and tea master, could do was to recruit 4 teenage orphans to learn his trade and staff his shop. A year has passed since the orphans were hired, and although their skills have progressed, they still have a lot to learn before they can brew anything. But I believe that they have the potential to make the Blissful Brew the greatest tea shop in the world. Last time on Benders and Brews, an Avatar Legends podcast. You're currently on the pirate ship, and suddenly you spot a massive creature swimming towards the ship in the distance. It is a massive gator shark. You look around, all of you look around, you see a variety of different things that you could possibly use as weapons. Nets, harpoons. You have bows and arrows, the grappling harpoon. There are cannons.
Can I load the harpoons into the cannon?
And he runs
Wait
to
a
the
minute.
captain's quarters. Whoa. Opens the wardrobe and picks out a funny hat.
I will fire the cannon.
Swimming intensely towards the boat, and he slams into the side of the ship, causing a massive hole to open up inside the hull, I guess.
So my goal is to end up on top of him. Grab a couple more harpoons. So I grab the harpoons
Okay.
and leap off the boat. As I will take the 2 harpoons and just Excalibur them
Nice.
into his neck.
It thrashes in the water a couple of times, and it finally just gives up. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Benders and Brews. We're on episode 9, coming towards the close of season 2. How exciting is that, guys? We're sitting in the studio.
Disappointing.
What?
It's kind of disappointing.
Why do you say it's disappointing?
Well, we're coming to the end. It's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
great, you know.
Yeah, that's true. It's always kind of like the oh,
Beautiful.
that's true. With me today is the full cast and crew of the show that you all know and love, and we're all going to give some interesting character facts, starting with Connor, aka Brock Lee.
Yeah, well, something we recently discovered this last week is that Brock is extremely gullible, and if he's told one thing, he takes it at face value. He takes anything absolutely literally. He missed a couple of shifts at the Blissful Brew when Bill had told him that, oh, you have today off, and so Brock just took him at his word and did not show up.
And he just missed it, and Mr. Okuran got super upset. He's like, where is Brock?
Yeah.
Why has he just abandoned his shift?
Yeah, I've got a feeling that's what Mr. Okuran probably said. I couldn't.
He was furious.
Yeah, he was probably not too pleased with the old Brockster. He was on toilet duty for quite a while after that.
And Bill obviously saw how much he hated toilet duty, and now he's used his guily ways to find all sorts of methods to force Brock into doing the toilet duty as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dave, a.k.a. Guo, who doesn't ever get toilet duty because it somehow gets passed between Bill and Brock so often.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
Yeah. Guo's just like, oh man, like I've always wanted to try cleaning a toilet.
Is that a fact?
That's, I don't know. You tell me.
Didn't I get stuck on bathroom duty for a month?
Yeah.
Well,
Come say, come stop.
if I remember correctly, you were always on bathroom duty because you were the only female staff member at the shop, and therefore had to do the.
But I thought we made a bet. Somebody had
There
to do
was a bet
bathroom
going on.
duty.
That's true. Yeah, you and Bill did have a bet going, and it was for like
Yeah, Bill had to wear a wig
yeah.
to clean the women's restrooms.
Yes. What's Bo's interesting fact for this week?
Whoa. So he has that system of food reviews he leaves.
Yeah.
The hieroglyphs or whatever you want to call them for. He's got that food journal that he writes his own reviews in. But he writes other stuff in that journal. Like he'll try to draw the restaurant sometimes.
Oh.
But he's not the best at that, so sometimes he tries to paint word pictures. Maybe in the form of a haiku.
Oh. He's very artistic.
Let's hear
Which
it.
makes a lot of sense coming out of the circus or carnival.
Right, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep that in mind in case you have some limericks or some haikus coming our way. Then, Cameron, aka Bill, what's Bill's interesting fact?
Bill, since he is the waiter of the Blissful Brew, he will get the occasional talking to people who ask him questions about his personal life, which Bill doesn't really mind. So every single new person, he just tells a brand new story to.
Real stories or fake?
Fake, total fake stories.
He's a liar.
And it all actually didn't start with them. It actually mostly started with Brock, because he found out through a few trial and errors that Brock is very literal, and will take anything Bill says for face value. So Bill has told him multiple different stories, and each time Brock just keeps falling for it. And so he's like, wait, I wonder if I can do this to more people. So now he does it to patrons. So he finds out when people are waiting for food and drink, they'll just listen to anything and they'll believe anything you say. So
It's true. I mean, if they don't know you,
exactly. So he's from every nation. He's all vendors in one. He's the last avatar, but also wasn't an avatar. He met the avatar, but
convincing people you're the last avatar the avatar is a dangerous game to play in the current climate of
It's
things.
true. I'm also the avatar of teas.
Ah.
One guy really believed me on that one.
Sure.
I said I got a mean 4-tea concoction.
Which is ironic because you don't even like tea.
That's why Bill really
Mr.
thought that
Okuran
one was
is
funny.
100% the tea
He
avatar.
thought that one was funny. But yeah, that's Bill's fun fact.
Interesting.
He's a liar.
He's a compulsive liar.
He's a compulsive liar.
Some would say it's a fibber, but I don't think it's that different. It's almost... awesome.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be like, I met the avatar today. He just works in a tea shop.
Michaela, aka Mika, what's the interesting fact this time around?
Mika's very blunt, but I feel like everybody already knows that. Well, maybe not very blunt, but she's not very nice.
How is she not nice?
Well, she doesn't. Oh, Mika likes to, when she's like, going on walks, meandering in the woods, with her dad or whatever. She likes
Just not
to
recently.
put, have water in her mouth, and she'll just like make fun shapes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So
Yeah.
like I was gonna say like Bilbo smoke and
Like a
Gandalf
fancy
smoking
fountain.
pipes, but instead it's with like water.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that works. That
Okay.
works.
It's a way
It's
to
like
put
it comes out of your water skin, and you do some Cirque du Soleil stuff with it, or something, and then you drink it.
turn it into a big like circle and then jump through it.
So when she spits for fun, it's fine. Brock spits for fun.
Whoa!
Oh no! Call the cops on this guy.
Well,
get the
it's
guards.
more cute when Mika does it. She does fun shapes at least.
I mean, Brock can make a pretty cool looking spit wad.
Yeah.
It's impressive in its
Yeah.
like mass.
It's probably
Yeah.
filled with rocks,
Well, yeah. I mean, he spits it into the dust to make like little pellets,
Little pellets.
so he can take pot shots.
Because he sleeps on a rock bed. Does he eat rocks too?
Oh.
He eats for intimidation.
Good.
Cabbage,
Save that
almost
for the
exclusively.
Next fun fact.
Yeah. Whoa. Awesome. My name is Skylar. I'm the dungeon master, or game master rather. This isn't Dungeons and Dragons, and but you guys have gone, or at least some of you have gone in a dungeon to whatever extent you want to define that. So definitely a possibility. My fun fact is that I convinced a lady in Minneapolis that I was a professional photographer. Ironically, before I was a professional photographer. So if she's listening right now out there in the great city of Minneapolis, I made it. There you go.
It's confidence right there.
All right, let's kick things off. Welcome back to another episode of Vendors Brews. We're jumping into the story. Last time, you guys were on the pirate ship, which was being attacked by a great gator shark creature, and you guys assisted. And yes, that's a fantastic drawing of a gator shark. Thank you, Michaela. And you guys were able to fend it off, narrowly so. It rammed into the ship a couple of times. Probably broke a couple of things down there, but all things considered, you're still afloat. Everybody seems happy. you've had over the last, couple of hours, they've sort of processed this gator shark while they continue to sail for Yu Dao, which is your current goal at the moment. Looking for somebody named
Mayu Yinyu.
Mayu Yinyu. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Yes, Mayu Yinyu, who in your last sort of clue from Mr. Okuran and your little search for his will, he had mentioned having an old friend in the city of Yu Dao named Mayu Yinyu. And he would be able to get you to whatever the next thing is that you're looking for. Currently, you guys are on this pirate ship. And in the distance, I would assume that you guys probably rest for the rest of the night if you guys have any conditions or any exhaustion.
Wait, didn't we just finish beating this gator shark?
Yes. And that was just as you guys were kind of getting dinner finished up. So it's kind of getting late anyways. So unless there's anything that you want to do, I would assume that you guys are headed to sleep.
How am I going to sleep with no rocks?
I wanted to pretend
To be the captain. I mean...
Is Brock going to make us all rock beds?
Well, how am I going to sleep if there's no rocks?
Well,
Doesn't the captain have a sack of rocks?
not anymore.
There really isn't any rocks, because you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean, and rocks and water don't usually go together super well.
Well, Brock's not going to be able to sleep.
Brock, it is a strange sensation having the ground beneath you moving constantly as you attempt to fall asleep, for sure. Yeah. It's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Guo, what were you saying about wanting to be the captain, pretend to be the captain?
Oh, well, Guo was just walking around the ship, or clomping around the ship, because he's took the captain's sack and bended the bag of rocks
Yes,
into 2 rock peg legs.
So it's not even just one leg is gone. You have both legs. Oh,
I mean, they're there. They're just covered in rocks.
Do me a push your luck as you make your way around the ship, trying to make what some might see as a joke and others might be greatly offended
Well,
by.
he also has the bigger, fancier hat on.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh. That you took from the chest.
It's going to be a 5.
A 5. Ooh, it is not taken well by the crew. Maybe it's because of the fact that the gator shark that had bit off the captain's leg it's been slaughtered, but like everything's pretty fresh in people's minds, and you are getting a lot of frowns right now from people who are looking at you as though this was not the time or point.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd. That's right.
You think they take it easy on a disabled guy?
He's like
disabled. Whatever the case, you guys, like I said, you guys get some rest. Is there any other shenanigans that are going on tonight?
No.
No, okay. Hey everyone, Skylar, your friendly neighborhood game master here. Unfortunately, due to some technical issues, a chunk of the episode got lost somewhere out in cyberspace, but thankfully it was only a small chunk that I'll just quickly summarize so that we can get back to the show. So after waking up the next morning, the ship approaches the city of Yu Dao and begins pulling into the docks, where they plan to leave the ship and our gang, along with a group of pirates led by the captain, who will follow them ashore and continue to seek out the alleged treasure. Of course, our heroes don't want these tag-alongs, and so they decide to leap off the rear of the ship into the waters below and swim themselves the short distance to the wooden ship docks awaiting for them. And that is where we're going to pick back up. Alright, so all of you manage to reach the docks. You pull yourself up out of the water. There's an old fisherman-looking dude, but not so much old, I don't know, maybe middle-aged. Just kind of sitting there fishing, and he's looking at all of you as you pull yourself up from the dock, and he just goes, "Oh, I ain't never seen fish like you before. Oh, where did y'all swim in from?"
And Guohan quickly ducks down, pulling Dilbert out of his satchel, placing him on his head as a turtle squid hat. And says, "Oh, hello there, we come."
Oh my! Man, like throws his fishing rod into the air, terrified. Clutches his bucket of fish and jumps into the water.
Where are you going? Blah, blah, blah.
He just is aggressively one-handed swimming away with his bucket of fish.
As his fish are swimming away because they're still alive.
Yeah, he probably lost a couple of them.
Iguana just takes Dilbert off his head. Good one, Dilbert.
All right, where are you guys headed now that you've managed to get away from the pirates for now? Into town.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
we
we're
gotta
gonna find
this-
like the square or something where Guo can, stand in the middle and do his circus tricks. Remember, she's gonna come find us. It takes the work out of
She
it.
has no idea we're here.
I'm sure she hears a story about a circus man. She'll be curious about it.
Wouldn't it be faster to go to her?
We don't even know who she is or where she's
We
at.
know her name.
Yeah, we can just ask around.
I feel like staying in one spot, drawing attention.
Well, you
Alright.
can
You're
stand in
using-
this spot.
Sounds
You're
like a
using the
great
old
way-
adage, like if you get lost in the woods, you stay in one spot. But that means someone's looking for you. She's not looking for us.
Well, actually, there are people looking for us.
Yeah,
Pirates
actually, yeah, we
chasing
should
us.
not stay in one spot. Yeah, that's an even better idea.
We gotta move.
Yeah. Let's just go into town, start asking names as we go, and then when we find where she is, we can hide there because they don't know who we're looking for, right?
Don't they?
I think they just know that
We're looking
our
for
treasure is somewhere
They
here.
think the treasure's here.
Yeah, nobody had told them the name of Mayu.
Yeah, we never told them that we're going for another clue. And that
Well,
that
Brock
clue's
kind of
that person.
alluded to the idea with Bango.
Bango, Bungo. Yeah,
Bango,
my best
Bungo.
friend.
That there was a series of clues, but
you never said what the next one was.
right,
So,
exactly,
And-
or what you guys were looking for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
so-
is why they wanted to keep you guys, because they wanted you to help them find it. So,
So let's just run in, start asking around.
all right. So you guys quickly find the square per se, the big bustling area. The docks themselves are pretty bustling, but you manage to sneak through. The crowds are very useful in kind of sneaking past the possibility of the pirates kind of watching you disappear into the city. And now that you've disappeared into the city, you find yourselves in the squares, bustling, people going to and from work. Small, shops along the way. One thing that you start to notice is that there's definitely become a very heavy Fire Nation population in the area. You see Fire Nation guards. You see businessmen and businesswomen wearing Fire Nation garb, the red garb with the little flame insignia on them. It seems like a normal city for the most part. Everybody seems, for the most part, happy. They seem like they're going about their normal business. But you just notice that a lot of what's going on around here has to do with the Fire Nation, which is a little odd given that you're in Earth Kingdom City. Just something to point out. Is there anybody that you would like to try to ask about Mayu Yinyu? Maybe a shopkeeper, maybe just a random passerby, maybe somebody like a worker, putting some wood board, nailing it to a house, or fixing up a window. Anyone in particular that you're looking to ask? One of the Fire Nation guards.
Older shopkeeper.
An older shopkeeper.
Yeah, is there any other tea shops or herbal
Yeah, like
ingredient shops? Or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Like an older person.
You do see another tea shop. Notice the decorations on it look a little bit gaudy as you come at it from the side. And then you kind of come around to the front of it. And the sign above the door reads Hot Leaf Juice Company.
Yeah, I'll walk
Let's
up.
burn
I'll
it
walk
to the
up.
ground.
We'll approach it.
Later, we'll get to that.
All right. You approach it, and inside you see a fairly young staff. They're all wearing, I believe it was a pink, is their kind of primary color that they use. They're all wearing pink aprons, and they're all very slicked back. They all kind of look oddly the same. Like they look like they're individual people. They're different and such, but like their hair is all kind of slicked back in the same way. They look very like neutrally gendered in a sense. So like you'd almost have to double take to tell if somebody was like biologically female or male per se. That kind of thing. Like it just kind of throws you off a little bit that they all almost look like clones of each other to some extent. With the exception of like some facial differences or some, one of them has like freckles and one of them has a big nose or something like that, stuff like that. But whatever the case, you approach the front counter or maybe one of the servers, anyone in particular?
Or an older person that works there?
Everyone here seems fairly young.
Well, that was...
Maybe a little bit older than you guys, but not much. Like,
what about an old person who's drinking tea?
Sure. There's plenty of those there. You see a variety, a handful of Earth Nation dressed individuals wearing the kind of traditional green or maybe brown garb, depending on how wealthy they might be. And then you definitely see some older Fire Nation individuals. You don't see a whole lot of guards in this place, but the people that you do see that are Fire Nation related, they look to be maybe nobles of some kind or whatever the case.
Any of them playing Pai Sho?
Sure, yeah.
All right, Bill, go insert yourself into their Pai Sho conversation. You do this all the time with old timers.
Yeah,
you go in.
Looking for a person. I don't need to play a full game.
You don't gotta play a game, but that's how you get in. That's how you get in the conversation.
Fine. I'll go over to some earthbenders. Wait, before I do, I'm gonna go. Hey, what was the lady's name again?
Mayu Yinyu.
Yeah, what he said.
Mayu Yinyu.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to some earthbenders or older Earth people.
Yes.
From the Earth Nation. And I'm going to examine the board as I walk up to it.
Okay.
He's on WikiHow right now.
I'm trying to find out the other names, the names for other pieces.
Okay.
Because obviously there's more than just the White Lotus title.
Oh, I was just going to walk up and be like, hey.
Just in case that came up.
Hey.
They look really focused on their game, but
you should make this move.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I don't think they would like that, so I don't know why I would do that, knowing older people.
Okay.
But actually, I'll go walk up instead of doing that, because they wouldn't like that. I'm going to walk up and just be like, hey, close game you got there.
I was going to say, do you want to assess the situation?
Sure, I'll assess to see who's winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, just to see how much you can gauge.
No idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you walk up and you say close game, and both of them pause holding the first piece that they have to put onto the table, and they look at you and they're like, I guess it could be one. How did you know?
It is what you make it.
Oh.
I mean, seeing two seasoned Pai Sho players like yourselves, it's going to be a close game. I just know.
One of them kind of looks at the other one and he says, he's making predictions because he can see that we are seasoned players. And the other one says, oh, yes, that is very impressive. That's a whole other skill set than just playing the game and being good at it. It's knowing your opponent. That's half the battle.
I mean, back where I'm from, I play Pai Sho with a bunch of people, and most of the ones I have trouble beating are players like yourselves.
And the one that didn't speak first last time, he leans forward and he says, I think he's calling us old. And he says, we are quite weathered, aren't we,
More
Gray?
like wise.
Gray, wise, yes. My name's Gray, and this is my associate, Foe. And both of them kind of motion for you to sit with them. And they're like, so you're knowledgeable about the game. Would you like to sit and watch us play?
First of all, my name's Bill.
Nice to meet you.
But
yes.
I can't stay long.
Oh.
We're here looking for someone.
Yes.
And I was hoping that you two gentlemen could be able to point us in the right direction for this person. So
okay, they're both still kind of holding their pieces over the
you
board
guys
as
can
they listen.
play.
Well, no. It's just they're really attentive to what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just kind of painting the picture. For
okay, they're just waiting.
Who are you looking for?
Me Yin Yao. Was that it?
Just from across the room. Mayu Yinyu!
You
shout that?
You're right
No,
behind me. You elbow me.
Yeah, just like Mayu Yinyu.
Oh, excuse me. Mayu Yinyu.
And as you say that name, they drop the piece, the pieces just kind of slide out of their hands. And they both have kind of these gaping open mouths. And they quickly look around. It's a good thing that you didn't actually shout that. They look around very frantically and they grab your arm and they pull you into the seat. And they kind of lean in and they say, I don't know where you're from, but it is not wise to shout the name Mayu Yinyu when the Fire Nation is around.
Oh, okay. Why?
What?
You're asking about him, but you don't even know him?
Well, I was sent to talk to him. I
By
was
whom?
sent. His name was Okuran.
What's up?
And one of them is like,
Okuran. I think I remember Okuran. He was the traveling tea merchant, Gray. Oh, you're right, foe. He was. Oh, he was a very nice man. He played Pai Sho with us. Yes, he was very good. He was very good indeed. I think he beat you, but I managed to beat him. And what? Oh, hold on a second there. I'm pretty sure I managed to beat him.
Guys.
What?
I also beat me, but that's besides the point. What I need is it's of grave importance that we find this
Mayu.
Well, I'm just shortening so they Fire Nation, you know.
and they start to kind of like whisper to you, and they're like,
Look, Bill, if you're an associate of Mr. Okuran, then there's no reason not to help you. He's a good man, and I believe he's close friends with Mayu. I believe he mentioned something about him performing at some event he was doing or something like that. But it's very important that you not speak that name loudly or much at all in public. He is an entertainer of sorts, very well known in these parts, musician, actor, I think, a little bit. I don't know what these kids are up to these days. Whatever the case. But he's also a leading member of the local rescue team squadron here in Yu Dao. And
Rescue from what?
look around you. Can't you tell?
I see Fire Nation. What are they
Yes.
doing? Looks like they're just patrolling the area.
Oh, they are integrating into our city, taking it over through sort of a cultural takeover.
Oh,
It's almost like a peaceful, what would you say, foe? Oh, it's kind of a, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a strange new method of sort of integrating with the society that you're trying to push into submission.
Gentrification.
Yes, gentrification. He's
Brock of all the
Such a big word.
gentrification.
Brock, what?
yes.
I ate a dictionary and I just came across that.
That was in my crossword this
I
morning.
ate it.
Yes.
Well, yes, the boy is correct.
Just like Wishbone over here.
Yeah.
Gentrification, yes. They've come in as ambassadors. They've started to integrate into the politics. They started enacting certain rules and laws that befit their purposes and their ideas. And they're starting to kind of push us, the Earth Nation citizens, out.
So what is the rescue squad doing?
Oh, they're trying to stop them, thwarting their plans, keeping them from bringing in some necessary supplies, giving the necessary supplies to those of us. Well, not us. And both Gray and Folk kind of chuckle a little bit. We're old men, there's not much we can do, per se, but the stealing the supplies, giving it to their teams, distributing it to the other rescue team squadrons, things along those lines.
Well,
Generally harassing the Fire Nation and keeping them from moving forward with a lot of their larger scale plans.
I'm all for stopping the Fire Nation.
Mm.
So could you give us any hints where we can find Mayu?
If you are searching for Mayu Yinyu will find you.
But we need to find him, sooner than later.
Try the performance hall. The theater, the local theater, yes.
Is that near here?
Yeah, oh, yes, absolutely. It's you won't miss it. It's quite ornate. We
Okay.
put a lot of work into that theater.
Okay, well, if that's the place to start, we'll go there then.
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. And Bill's going to stand up from his seat and reach to give them both a handshake.
They shake your hand, and then just before you let go of Foe's hand, he pulls you close. He's like,
Bill, be careful.
Bill
The Fire Nation is always listening.
They're always watching.
Bill.
watching.
Bill,
Watching.
Let me think. I'm trying to think what I would respond. Bill's just going to lean in, and he's going to say, don't worry. I've gotten used to that. And he gives him a wink and then walks away.
As you walk away, Foe looks over at Gray and he says, I think that boy was flirting with me. and with that, they chuckle and they go back to their pie show game. Or starting their pie show game. But you hear Gray say, oh, wait, new rule. You have to go where the tiles landed.
Really dropped it.
Are you, like me, a fan of piracy or privateering out in your D&D campaign? Well, check this out. We have been working on a brand new airship combat system that means you and your privateer crew can now take to the skies and pillage at new heights. Within this system, you will get three-dimensional dynamic movement and combat rules. You'll get a brand new updated aircrew system, as well as brand new spells, items, creatures, and example airships for you to use in your campaign, as well as crews to put on them. But I think the coolest part about all of this is we have a custom shipbuilder application that will allow you to customize and build your very own airship. It means you and your team can have exactly what you want as you take on the skies. If you're interested in any of that, check out our Sky Zephyrs Kickstarter here at Hermie and the Dude.
Snyder's Return is a tabletop roleplay interview and actual play podcast. We chat with content creators from both mainstream and indie publishers, and we release actual play episodes of systems like our City of Mist game, Meddlers, Monsters and Madmen, and more games coming in the future. We also have a TTRPG review show on YouTube, Fly Like a D6. Come and check us out. You can find us on Twitter at Return Snyder, Instagram Snyders_return. You can find us on YouTube at Snyder's Return, Discord, and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, Skylar here, your friendly neighborhood game master. I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that we at Benders and Brews have been working our creative juices extra hard and pushing our artistic skills to the max in order to bring you some sick Benders and Brews merch. That's right. You can head on over to the TeePublic shop we created where you can snag shirts, stickers, mugs, and so much more with your favorite B&B characters on them. Grab a Chibi Mika baseball t-shirt, or maybe you want a broccoli mug designed with the Employee Blissful Brew Tea Shop logo. There's all of those and more, and even more down the road when we come up with ideas. So head on over to TeePublic and search for Benders and Brews, or you can follow us on social media where we'll post the links that'll be easily available to all of you. And of course, if you get some of our merch, be sure to tag us in a photo of you with the respective B&B swag, because all of us at the studio would love to see it. Thanks for listening. Let's get back to the show.
All right, so you guys have this new information.
I'm
I assume
guessing they heard that conversation.
or you can kind of huddle up and relay it to them. I'm not going to make you do it. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I assume
and relay.
Yeah. Perfect. So you guys head out and you kind of just start making your way down the dirt pathway. In the distance, you can see a very ornate, beautiful building. It's got sort of those curly. I'm not an architect. Ironically, I work at an architecture firm, but it's got kind of those cool, curly, very Asian style rooftop corners. Large, very tall, pointed, tiled rooftop in kind of a bright red color. The building itself seems to be some sort of like green stone or some sort of, you're not entirely sure, maybe it was painted. Whatever the case, there are large fabric outdoor curtains that kind of hang from the various windows and such. It's a very classy building. There's a wall that kind of goes around it. It's not super high, maybe like 8 feet or so. Inside, you can see there's some greenery that's very well kept. It definitely feels like a very classy place. Nobody's guarding it per se. It's kind of an open location. Nobody's trying to stop you from getting in or out, but that's what you see.
Is there a like a back door, like employee entrance?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you go around the building. There's kind of like a narrow path that goes around.
We're sopping wet still, probably.
Oh yeah.
The Fire
man,
Nation
you
is
got
gonna
that
find
into
us
the tea
way
shop. I didn't
easy.
even think about that.
You guys just look at me drenched.
4 sopping wet
It
teenagers
makes you
walking
more
to a tea shop.
believable because it's like, man, nobody from the Fire Nation would come walking in here drenched in water.
Yeah.
Guo runs up behind you guys, huffing and puffing. Sorry, guys, had to catch up. Had to leave a Pebble rating on Hot Leaf Juice's door.
Was it a good one or a bad one?
That's the lowest rating there.
You shouldn't have even left one.
No. Yeah.
That's how they know
That's
he
how-
was there.
It's
How he
the
expresses himself.
Should have
right.
burned it to the ground.
I mean, we
Okay,
can't on
well.
our way back still.
Well, I think that's the Fire Nation's
I
job.
feel like Mika's just got a weird thing going on of wanting to burn.
I'm rubbing off on her, man.
I guess so.
It's crazy.
Okay, but this one's very warranted.
Well, I just find it really funny how you're a waterbender and you're like, I really want to burn things to the ground. I want to go outside my element right now.
Well, fire, leaves more of a mark than water.
It can.
Could still flood it.
Flood it.
Okay, let's go back. I'll
Okay,
I'll
hold
pull
on.
all the water from all y'all
from
and
the
just
tea.
drown it.
Bigger thing story though.
Yeah, you can't drown it.
This is Mr. Okuran we're talking about. What do you mean there's bigger things?
Yeah, the thing Mr. Okuran sent us to do.
We're avenging him. He
That's
would
not
want
what
us to do
that's
it. He
not
would
what
not want
sent
us to do it.
I don't think Mr. Okuran would be like the last person to be like, revenge me.
I think if Mr. Ogeron was here, he'd probably say, I want you guys to take him down by having a better tea shop.
Yeah, that's
Whatever the case, you guys approach, there's a back entrance, and it's sort of like a stage left exit kind of a thing. It's got sort of like some kind of a sign on it that says, actors only.
Well, I feel like we just gotta walk through there, right?
I mean, this is where I was told to go, so
Yeah.
I feel like we have to. And
Alright.
if they try to stop us, well,
We'll just say the name.
we claim sanctuary. Wait, no,
Say-
they say
We will
that.
not say the name. They told us not to say the
Around
name.
Fire Nation.
Yeah.
So if they're Fire Nation, we won't say the name.
And if they are,
Earth Nation, we will.
and if this guy's like in the performance scene, it's like they'll know where to find them.
It's not really good cover. Like Fire Nation doesn't like them, but like they're a public figure. It's like
So you guys step through this side door that said actors only, and you guys find yourself on the sort of back stage. You can hear a woman is on stage at this very moment, and she seems to be singing in a very high, sort of opera-esque voice. It's not a performance. It's not like a big show at the moment. It's
Practice,
probably somebody
rehearsal.
rehearsing. Exactly. Yep. Rehearsal practice kind of thing. But you definitely hear somebody on stage, which kind of probably shies you away from, I would hope, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm not making decisions here for you guys from just waltzing out on a stage. But currently you're behind the curtain. You're behind the curtain.
I don't
Safely
know.
away.
the door led us directly to
Well,
backstage.
Yep.
seems
Wow.
like,
I
that's
think-
his calling right there.
If it was my thinking, the door typically is for people to exit the backstage area in case they need to like go up to the front to like as people are coming out the door, you shake hands with all the actors, tell them you did a good job, whatever the case. It's not usually used the opposite way where you enter backstage.
Okay.
But here you are.
Is there anybody else backstage, or is she the only person here?
Yes, actually, there is somebody else backstage. There's somebody holding a clipboard, and right now they don't notice you because they are very intently going through the names. And it's kind of dark back here, but you can see just past them, it seems like there's a line of other people that has begun sort of behind them. Other women, some young, some old, all dressed in sort of dressy kimonos.
So this is like an audition of sorts.
It seems it might be.
So Mika, you can go in that line, blend in.
I'm literally soaking wet. These ladies are in beautiful kimonos.
Maybe
That's
your shtick.
Yeah, that's your shtick. You're the soaking wet
Singer.
singer. So before every act, you have someone dump a bucket of water on you, and it's like
No,
it's like performance art.
I'll just use my waterbending skills and try to
Yeah, just
I'm glad
dry
you thought
myself
about
a little
it
bit.
before I had to
yeah,
say
just
it.
pull the water off yourself and get in line.
Let us stumble our way through this mess, okay?
And the three of us will sit in the audience and we'll cheer for
Glad.
you.
Shouldn't we be finding the person we're looking for and just enjoying the show?
It's fine, whatever.
So I don't have to audition.
Oh, you still do.
You're still
A
auditioning.
phrase echoes in your mind from the old men at the tea shop. If Mayu Yinyu knows you're looking for him, he will find you.
See, told you.
Yeah, so
Do
you
we
still have time to audition.
Wait, Mayu Yinyu's a man?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they've been saying this whole
I
time.
wasn't sure how to insert that fact in until the moment
Until
you guys
the old
talked
man,
to the
yeah.
old dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys all said she, and I was like, wait, he's saying he.
Whatever.
Anyways, we could just walk up to that person with the clipboard and be like, "Hey, we're looking for Mayu Yinyu."
That went super well last time.
What about, there's got to be some stagehands. There should be other people who aren't super intently.
Oh yeah, is there a stagehand in
There has to be, right? If they've done auditions.
Yeah, probably further back into where the line is kind of going
Let's
out.
just wander around.
I mean, there's obviously the person with the clipboard that is probably a stagehand to some extent.
Where's the green room?
Ah, the green room. That's the question.
All right, guys. I know what we gotta do. We gotta find this green room. Find these finger sandwiches and see how many we can fit in our pockets.
Wait, where are you getting the idea that there's finger sandwiches?
It's a green room. Come
Oh,
on.
there's
They gotta have a
always some
rider.
Sort of
Come on,
orders.
come
You're right.
on.
Fair point. All
All
right.
right, maybe they only have
He would know the thing or two about green rooms more than the rest of us.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
tea.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes
They gotta have something.
All right, sounds good. So, what are you guys doing at the moment? Are you guys going towards this line to try to like find your way back there?
walk behind the lines.
Okay.
There's like a random like backstage person.
Are you sneaking past the person with the clipboard, or are you just kind of just going for it?
Walk like you own the place.
Yeah, we walk like we're heading for the line.
All right. So as you guys are walking towards it, this man turns around. He's kind of an older guy. He's got kind of a long goatee that hasn't quite started to gray yet, but the wrinkles around his eyes and his cheekbones kind of protruding definitely suggests age and sort of frailty. He's wearing a tall hat with a little string out of it, kind of like a, what do they call?
A fed.
A fed, yeah, fez, right?
Fed, he's a
See?
fed.
He's a
He's a
fez.
fed.
No, a fez, but it's like a little bit taller than a normal fez would be. It's kind of obscure. Whatever the case, he turns around and he sees you guys, and he lowers his clipboard and he's like, "What are you doing out of line?
Just keep going the line. I'm going to just keep walking.
Who are you?"
Don't even give them the time of day.
Just walk
Just
right.
keep walking right past.
Could
the
I
line.
have
That's
block-
right. That's right. Back to the back of the line. You guys can wait till last.
All right.
That's
Could
a
I-
nice hat you have there.
Oh, did you stop?
Yeah, it is a nice hat. What about it?
Well, I had a nice hat once, but I lost it jumping into the water.
Oh.
What are you talking? Get to the back of the line.
Okay.
And as you guys walk to the back of the line, you get some looks of disdain from the various women that are lined up, looking at you as if you're less than per se, or they're a better performer, whatever the case. You see that as you go all the way to the back,
I'm
you
a
get these
prima.
looks. What?
I'm a crema.
So you are
So
auditioning?
you are in line?
You guys told me to.
Okay.
Oh, so you actually get in line?
Yes.
Are you dry at this point?
Yes.
Okay,
She
use
dried
your water, Benny.
herself, but not us.
Fair enough. The rest of you squatch.
Me
squatch,
and the what
squatch.
boys?
Keep
Come on.
walking.
Nika, you get into the back of this line. The rest of you start heading towards finding the green room.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Wow.
a backstage boy or girl.
While we're walking, the rocks that Brock has, could I bend them into the
Mud.
shape of a clipboard?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So, because you can get anywhere with a clipboard. So
I see.
that'll
Okay.
give us some validity when we're walking around here. They aren't going to question us now.
Sure.
So
Okay.
you all ditched me?
Yes.
All
Have
right.
fun auditioning.
I'm gonna take care of you guys first, and then we'll jump over to Mika real quick with the performance.
We don't have to.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting. All right, so you guys find the green room, and sure enough, there are a number of snacks and drinks in here. Although most of it seems to have been ever so delicately picked over for the most part, but there are definitely a little bit of this and that left. It wasn't massive, and you wonder if maybe it was there leading up to the start of the audition. So all the ladies that you passed by had probably already gone through a lot of these snacks that were available. So, but there's a little bit left. And there is one person sitting in there. It's just a young woman. She's not dressed in a kimono. She's dressed in just kind of casual clothes. She has her hair up in a ponytail. She has big rimmed glasses on. And she also is holding a clipboard. And she kind of looks up as she sees the three of you walk in. And she goes, "Oh, are you here for the job? Are all three of you applying? We do have multiple positions open."
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Good. I was starting to worry that nobody was going to show up today. It was just going to be people for the performance. Yeah. Okay. I was going to run this as a group interview if that works for you.
Cool.
All right. Well, have a seat, please. Have a seat.
Since I have my official clipboard, I could just be like, "Oh, I was just escorting these guys here," and then can I keep looking around?
You could do that. Absolutely. Do you want to roll me a trick? Since she probably doesn't recognize you.
Sure. What is that with?
That is with
Is that creativity? 12.
12. Holy cow. So you get to pick 2 on a trick. They stumble, you take +1 forward when acting against them. They act foolishly, and the GM tells you about an additional opportunity that you gain. Or they overcommit and they are deceived for some time. There we go.
What was that second to last one?
They act foolishly. The GM tells you what additional opportunity they give you.
I think that one, because that'd be the only way they'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool, guy with a clipboard.
Right.
Rock shaped like a clipboard."
Yeah. And then are you picking the last one too, where they overcommit and they're deceived for some time? So this one, the one you're picking, just means they do something silly because of your lie. Whereas the last one is they definitely are believing your lie. You get to pick 2.
Okay, so I'll do they definitely believe the last one then.
Yes, yeah. So she believes that you are somebody important. In fact, are you telling her that you're somebody important, or are you just saying, "Oh, I'm just here to drop them off"?
Yeah, I was saying, "Oh, I'm just dropping these guys off. They were asking around earlier." So
she says, "Oh, do you? Oh, have you always worked here?"
I'm kind of new around here, but yeah, I've been. They put me on here, and these guys came and found me and said they were looking around for you, so I just came and dropped them off.
Oh wow. What department are you in? Are you you look like you might be an actor or something? Are you?
No. I just always loved the theater, so I wanted to be involved in any way I can. So I just started working in the acquisitions department where we're looking for those all those new actors and such. So
oh well, then you and I will probably be working quite closely together.
Yeah, it appears that way. Yeah, I'll see you around.
I'll see you around too. And she just kind of blushes. And she just watches as you lead off, and then she just kind of looks at her clipboard and she goes, "Ah." And there's just kind of a very long, awkward silence. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot you guys were here. Oh my gosh. How embarrassing. All right. Well, let's get this interview started. Firstly, do you guys have any previous experience working within a performance facility of any kind of events? Anything like that?
Of course I do.
Oh, good. Oh, please do tell.
I was with the traveling troupe for my whole life.
Oh, like a circus or carnival or?
Yes.
Oh, very impressive. If I may ask, was there anything in particular that you worked on during this time?
I was involved in most of all the performances.
Oh, wow. So you definitely had a diverse set of skills that you've probably developed, I assume, of kind of all areas, production and performance even, maybe?
Yes, you could say I'm a well-rounded individual. Guan rubs his belly suddenly.
Well, that is quite impressive, and she kind of scribbles onto the clipboard. There we go. Goodness. Said it like 4 times. She starts scribbling on the clipboard a little bit, noting down, your amount of experience. And you said that you had no experience, correct, sir?
I have none.
No, okay. No, that's no problem. Are you somebody that you would say is eager to learn?
Nah.
Oh, okay. She's a little thrown off by this. It's a very forward kind of answer to a very obviously you say yes question. May I ask, what made you want to apply for this position?
Him, and I look over at Gohan.
She looks at you for a moment, and then she looks over at Guo, and then she kind of squints her eyes a little bit, and she's like, sorry, I didn't catch your names, by the way.
Bill.
Bill, okay.
Name's Yu Yuma.
Yu Yuma.
Gesundheit.
Fantastic. Yu Yuma, out of curiosity, is it a situation for both of you that you're going to work in the theater together or not at all? Or would if we were only able to hire one of you based on limitation of positions?
Well, I'll tell you, Bill here is great at following orders. I've worked with him a time or two before.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely a slightly redeeming quality.
Well, I'm a great worker.
Oh, good. Okay, could you list off any experience you have with working just in general? What experience have you had?
I'm really good at picking things up and putting them down.
Oh, okay. So you could probably lift a reasonable amount. Can you lift around 50, 5
pounds?
Oh, any more than that?
Don't like to overwork myself.
Oh, okay. Well, the job would entail.
I'm good at hitting stuff.
Hitting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
With this stick, and I point at my bow staff.
Well, we typically don't encourage any kind of weaponry on the stage during any part of the process.
It's not a weapon. It's
Okay.
a lifestyle.
All right. So I guess last question before you guys head out. Do you have any questions for me as far as the position goes, or anything relating to the theater?
Nah, I'm joking. Who's in charge?
Oh, in charge. Well, it's a little bit up in the air right now. Previously, it was an individual, you may have heard of him. His name was Mayu Yinyu. He was a big performer here, kind of took on the responsibility of sort of managing the theater. But he is since, how do I say this, gone into some activities the theater doesn't necessarily want to directly support. Other obligations, I guess you could say. But he's no longer involved. Right now, it's sort of a toss-up between a couple of individuals who are sort of vying for the position of leader. So, I mean, that's as much as I can really say.
So, no leaders as of right now.
Well, like I said, the two that are vying for the official position are kind of doing the responsibilities of the leader of the theater between themselves.
I tossed my hat into the ring.
I will note that.
With a man with a similar name to your former leader, I would also like to toss my hat into the ring, but I lost it in the ocean.
That's funny. You guys realize this is just for backstage crew positions, right? I can, I guess, pass your names along.
I did not.
But only one of you has experience in anything even relating to theater work, and it's not even theater work explicitly.
Yeah, I know this guy, right?
Well, whatever the case, thank you both for coming into the interviews today. One of you, I mean, we will call back, potentially either of you send you a message or we'll find a way to reach you.
Just yell really loud.
Yeah, really loud.
Oh, okay. That's sure thing. All right, thank you both. And as you guys are walking out, she grabs Guo's arm and she goes, and how could we get in contact with you specifically? Is there an address I can send maybe a letter to about the position if you are accepted? And I think you will be.
Yeah, you can send it to P.O. Box number 2 in the square.
Okay, all right, thank you. Have a nice day.
That's not your P.O. box.
You two walk away. As you guys are walking away, Brock, are you just like waiting outside?
I think I've just kind of been wandering around looking for Mayu Yinyu, looking for any like administrative looking type buildings or
Any
doors.
portraits of
Any portraits of him.
All right.
Oh.
So we can see what this guy looks like.
Well, actually, interestingly enough, rather than seeing portraits of him, you see a surprising lack of portraits in the theater, as if someone has semi-recently just taken some artwork or art pieces off the wall where they used to stand. You can see even, like, there's dust around what looks like a perfect shape of a picture frame in certain spots. And then, of course, the wall behind where this picture frame would have sat is like completely clean. So, yeah, just to imply that the artwork has since been removed, probably of Mayu Yinyu.
Okay. And did the interview lady say how long ago it was that Mayu Yinyu was?
She was kind of vague about it, but based on some of the things that you've seen, you wonder if maybe it's been like a few weeks.
Okay. Can I go back into that interview room and try and talk to that lady?
Okay, sure. You pass by. I mean, Brock and Guo have just come out of there, and you kind of run into them.
He's like, so what's the deal? Did we figure anything out about this Mayu guy?
He don't work here no more.
He don't work here no more. Any idea where he might be? Or do I got to go in and ask some of the hard questions with this lady?
She wasn't too specific, was she?
Well, no, I guess the guy used to be the guy in charge here.
Okay. I'm gonna go in and see if I can get any information out of her.
Okay. You step inside, and she's standing right there by the door. She was kind of like walking out just as you walked in, and you both bump into each other. Her glasses fall off onto the ground.
Can I like reach down and grab it with her like the rom-coms? Like
both your hands touch each other as you both reach for her glasses. Oh, excuse me, I sincerely apologize. She picks up her glasses, she puts them on, she goes, oh, it's you.
Yep, it's me.
You say from around the corner, she's like, oh, you two are still here. You're free to go, thank you.
Oh, okay.
It was I forgot to tell you, one of the reasons I had been you might not have seen me is because I just got back from a vacation. So Mr. Yinyu, I was looking around for him, but I couldn't. There's like no sign of him anywhere. Where has he been?
Oh, well, when did you start? He's been gone for almost a month now.
It was a long vacation. It was I stored up a lot of PTO.
How have I not seen you around here before?
I don't know. I got like promoted.
You just got off the boat. He's still wet.
I'm still sopping.
I ran straight here.
She does finally know. She's been so awestruck at your looks apparently that she's just now noticing that you're completely soaked. And she goes, "Oh, what happened? Do you need a towel or maybe a few?"
So yeah,
that's no way related to the other two soaking wet dudes you just interviewed.
This is Skylar completely forgetting as the game master that you guys are complete. Like I'm just imagining you guys not soaked in water because that's not normal. But yep, you guys are soaked in water.
3 guys show up soaked in water,
but
completely independent of each other.
Boy, it must be real raining.
Hey, you know what? She is obviously somebody that, much like Vilma or something, desperately needs these glasses.
Okay, but to be fair,
she's been wearing them.
Brock was there the first time. She's like, "Oh wow, he's so cute," and then she was really thrown off by Bill and his
turned
nothing.
to interview the 2 other soaking wet guys. Okay, yeah. So, funny story about that. It actually wasn't a vacation. Well, it was supposed to be a vacation, but got shipwrecked out on another island, and I had to find my way back. And then the ship went down on the way back in here. That's why I'm
She's leading you kind of to like a back area where they've got like costumes and stuff like that. And she grabs a couple of like towels and throws them at you. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you were marooned on an island."
Yeah, it was.
Were you out like searching for talent in other?
Yeah, they had me out in the talent scouts.
Oh my!
But
I've heard it's dangerous out there as a talent scout.
Yeah, it's
you wouldn't
tough work.
expect it, but sure enough, it's a scary position. I've heard.
Yeah, yep, it is. So yeah, it's been a while. So what happened to Mr. Yinyu? Last I checked, he was one who sent me out.
Well, that's Well, she seems like really flustered, just kind of unsure what to say, and maybe partially it's because she's watching you dry yourself, and I don't know, maybe that's sparking something inside of her. As your wet hair kind of like, you
Like
pull
pushing
back your
back.
wet hair. Yeah, he announced that during a performance he sang a piece that alluded to the idea that he was involved in a sort of rebel organization here in the city. And apparently there were some leading individuals from the Fire Nation here, and they kind of picked up on his subtle message, and they were not happy. He disappeared after that. He went into hiding, I guess. Or maybe they caught him. I'm not sure. It's one or the other.
Well, I hope he's just in hiding, but where would they have taken him if they got him?
Oh, the Fire Nation has a very large prison structure that they've actually built kind of on the outskirts of town, actually.
Oh. Okay. I guess, well, thanks for the towel. I guess I'll see you around. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, well, that'd be great.
Oh, what's your name?
My name's Sanuma.
Sanuma. Okay, I'm Brock. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. And she holds out her hand to shake yours.
I'll shake her hand, sure.
Oh.
Okay.
And you shake her hand, you give her a nod, and you head back out. Meanwhile, all this is happening. Mika, it's finally your turn as you come to the end of the line. As you kind of peek out, the two people outside there are actually like, they start to stand up as if they're ready to leave. And then the man with the tall fez, he steps out and he says, "Oh, we've got one more!" And he goes, "Go, it's your turn, go, get out there."
I kind of stumble out on the stage and then, strut to the middle.
Sure. You see a very rotund man and woman both sitting out there. Of course, they have clipboards. They are also wearing very tall fez hats. You start to wonder if maybe this that's like part of the uniform or something. You're not sure. Whatever the case, they both look at you intently, and the woman says, "Well, go on. What will you be performing for us today?"
I'm going to do an interpretive dance.
Yes, the one thing
not
a
gonna
podcast can't hear.
Just from the wings, you just hear us all go, boo!
The ladies of bossing say.
The lady says,
Copyright.
Go
Sorry, I
ahead.
can't do that.
there you go. Did you want music attached to this? Yeah, you look over to the right side of the stage, and there's like a couple of individuals with like instruments, like just something simple like a strings and drums kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I just kind of look at them like, are you going to play something,
They're like, do you have anything specific?
Literally anything.
Oh, okay. And they just kind of start playing like a really simple, steady beat.
Slow, fast. You said steady, so
kinda
kind
slow.
of medium.
Yeah, sort of like slow to medium.
Okay. I'm just gonna move my body like different watery ways,
Oh, okay. Very water tribe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start out obviously standing straight.
Right.
And then I'm just gonna stick my arms up in the air and just kind of wave them back and forth, following the beat,
Okay, absolutely.
And then I'll swing to the right, and I'll like kind of like bend that way and flow some more, and then go to the other way.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna go down to the ground and kind of do a worm, but more what's the word? Graceful.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's do I want to say probably rely on your skills and training. Seems like the best thing to do here.
9.
Nice. Okay. So with a 7 and 9, you do it imperfectly, but you can mark a fatigue to ignore any consequences. I can tell you what those consequences would be first.
No, I'm gonna mark it.
Oh, you're just
I'm
gonna
just
take
going
it.
all in,
Okay, all right, because you want to make sure this performance works. Okay, you're starting to get out of breath, but you're committing to this dance, and it is interpretive. They are absolutely flabbergasted as they watch as you do these wave motions to the point where you seem like you are water. And they see these, the clothing that you're wearing, it's not the fancy kimonos that the other girls were wearing. It's something that really suggests water tribe. And so they're seeing this pairing of, the attire mixed with the cultural, forms that waterbenders use. And they're astonished, honestly. They're really blown away that you would bring this performance here. They weren't expecting it, and they're really impressed. They both stand up. They give an applause. The guy in the back of the stage, he's watching with his tall fez hat.
Is he weeping?
He is weeping.
Yes.
A tear is going down his eyes. He just takes his clipboard and uses the paper on the clipboard, like the bottom corner, to just kind of dab at his under his eye. He says, that was beautiful. It was beautiful. They clap and they say, that was quite impressive. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that before, but it was incredible. I could see this. This right here is a performance that'll bring in the people. Yes. Oh, yes. Please, ma'am, your name. What is your name? We would love to sign you on to perform. Paid. We will pay you to perform, even.
Yes. My name is Mika.
Oh, it's an absolute. They've come up on stage by this point. They're shaking your hand. Yeah, it's an absolute treat to meet you, Mika. Please, where in the world did you come from? Where did you learn to dance in such a way?
I'm just very in tune with the water.
You absolutely are. Please, yes. Yes, and all of a sudden, as they're, getting excited and everything like that, and of all things, an owl cat flies into the theater and swoops down low just past the heads of this man and woman that are, congratulating you. And they're very startled. They're throwing their hands up, swatting away at it. Oh, how did this creature get to kill, help? And the man kind of standing off to the side with the tall fez, he goes, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am and sir. Oh, I'll find a broom. And he runs off into the backstage to go get a broom, and they're all swatting. And the creature sort of flies low, and you notice a small piece of paper fall from one of its talons.
Well, I'll grab that.
Awesome. Okay, you catch this piece of paper. And at the moment, with everybody swinging and the craziness going on, it doesn't quite feel, like the time to read it. But I mean, all things considered, it flies away now that it's dropped this note and disappears from the theater, leaving the three of you on stage. I've never seen such a thing. How did it even get in here? Ma'am, I sincerely apologize, Mika. We have never seen something like that in our theater before. We will assure it never happens again.
No worries at all.
So, can we expect to see you again? We're holding a small gala tonight. We would love to have you there. Meet some of the other performers. Just a little soiree, a get-together. And hopefully, maybe even be able to see an encore performance, sort of a thing.
Yeah, I might be able to swing that.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It'll be at 8 p.m. tonight, so do please be there. We'll have food, drinks. Oh, it'll be a very good time.
You got it, dude.
Oh, wonderful. And they thank you again, and they kind of lead you to the back of the theater and kind of to the front doors or whatever the case. Where you see the rest of your colleagues is still quite a bit soaked, except for Brock. He looks quite dry, all kind of standing there waiting for you.
Okay. I look pretty proud of myself and more happier than I have in the last couple of days.
Right on. Awesome.
Did you get the job?
Did I get the job? Is that even a question?
That what I asked it as a question.
Obviously, Brock, I got the job.
Okay. So, you can just chill here and earn some money, and we'll go find what's his face, right?
Oh, I don't have to be here till 8.
Oh.
They're having a party.
Well, we're...
Oh, wait, guys, I also got a note.
What's
This
it?
weird, owl cat thing just came swooping in and dropped something, and, I picked it up.
What's it say?
I haven't even read it yet. I'll read it now.
Okay. So you open up the note, and you're surprised at the amount of writing that's on it. It's in very fine print, but it's also very well written. It's very, very nice handwriting. And it reads, So you want to speak to Mayu. Unfortunately, we, the Yu Dao faction of the rescue team squadron, will need to see proof that you're not a Fire Nation spy by hitting them where it hurts in a way that no Fire Nation sympathizer would dare to do. Luckily for you, I'll give you a choice between the three. Pick one and attach it to the owl, and we'll send the details for the task. Do the task, and we'll tell you where you can talk to Mayu. And you see 3 bold options below. 1, sabotage. 2, steal. 3, break free.
I think it'd be easy to sabotage something personally.
All 3.
We only have to do one, overachiever.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
I guess, yeah, that'll work.
Sabotage
You
seems
already
easy.
want to burn down half the city. So
Yeah.
that's true.
Only hot leaf juice.
Well, we can do that on our way back. Maybe they want us to sabotage hot leaf
Yeah.
juice.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, I'm golden. Let's
All right.
go.
So,
Where even is this owl? Is it slap it back on? And
dude, yeah, we just circle the one we want to do, and then they'll give us instructions.
Where's the owl?
I mean, do you circle sabotage?
Sure, why not? That
All right.
sounds easy.
As you circle sabotage, you look up because you hear a noise, and it's a... That was my best owl/cat sound. As the owl cat swoops down and lands on sort of just like a pole, like a part of the wall that's outside the theater. And it looks down at the note, and it says, "Coo, coo."
Throw it.
You just have to tie it on
You'll
his
catch
leg,
it.
on his
You
foot.
do notice there's a small string on its foot.
I'm just kidding. I'll tie it since I have it.
You have the note. Okay, fair enough. Mika ties the note to the owl cat,
It's hungry.
and it flies off.
Oh, never mind.
So it turns out that Yinyu guy, he's not here. He's either
He's an owl cat.
he's either in hiding or he's in prison.
Probably in prison.
Probably in hiding.
Well, want to break the tie?
Maybe he's in prison hiding.
Yes.
Last place they would look for him.
He's the prison janitor.
He's hiding in prison.
Hiding in plain sight.
Well, whatever the case with that, we're going to end episode 9.